Well, hey, how are you all on this beautiful spring day? Welcome, folks, to Southeast Louisiana. It's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Yep, it's a beautiful spring day. I just got off work and I got a ton of work to do. I gotta apologize right off the bat. I did some splits yesterday and did not have the camera out. I had a last minute offer. Really wasn't last minute. I kind of planned it, but I didn't really plan right. But I had the opportunity to go ahead and grab up 10 cells, queen cells. I knew I had some hives busting at the seams, 4 for sure, really 5. And I had this opportunity to grab some cells up, but then I didn't realize, man, you better get those things split. Those cells will be ready to pop out. And sure enough, I think the guy said they're ready to come out tonight. So I had to get hives split over excluders the day before. So I come home after work, it's almost getting dark and I'm scrambling. I just didn't have time to get the camera. So I will take you along and show you what I did and show you how I finish out these splits, the few different alternatives I'm going to do, and how it's going to pan out and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, that leads me to my normal, I guess becoming my trademark, not a how-to, folks. This is just a vlog, showing you what I do during the year here and there. This is how I do video. It's how I do it. It's how I do the splits. It's just something I changed up a couple years ago when I did change those management practices to try and yield more honey. It did yield more honey. It's worked out well. So I found a way I really like, but I vary it certain ways. I don't do it the same every single time. I do different variables or different variances of it. So anyway, I'll explain all that. I'm gonna get suited up. We're gonna go over here, pull these splits off, figure out where we're gonna put them. Let's get busy. I'm gonna get these things going. All right, folks, so we're out here in the bee yard, and here's what I did. I had 5 colonies identified as needing split like now. I mean, I probably had another week or 2 before maybe swarm cells have been formed, but I didn't want to wait that long. So this is one, and what you'll notice is a queen excluder in between it. You've seen this done many times with many folks. I started doing this about 3 years ago, 2 years ago for sure. And it's pretty simple to do this kind of split. To me, it makes it really easy. All the hard work is done on the first day where I locate the queen. I do it one of 2 ways. I either go through the bottom first, and if I find her, I put her back and leave her alone. I'm good, don't have to do anything. Or I can start in the top and start going through there, and as I don't find her, shake them down in the bottom. But I hate shaking the bees because it just makes, you see how my bees are right now anyway. So what I like to do is see if I can find her in the bottom first, then I'll go through the top and shake each frame. The thing is I want to shake every, especially brood frame, in case I miss her. Shake them on the bottom. At the same time, when I went through the bottom and the top, I was able to kind of determine equal amounts of brood and food and pollen. And then all I do is put an excluder on. I know she's down there. I put the top box on, and now it's just a matter of moving that box off where I want it. Here, but let's split these hives, and I'll show you how I do it. Bees are going to be ornery, I'm telling you now. They're going to be ugly, so it's going to get loud on the mic. Let's go. All right, folks, this is our first one. This one was packed up with bees. So what happens is all that brood in the top, those nurse bees are all going to come back up over the top. They're going to populate these frames just fine. So all we have to do is remove our split. Look at those bees. Lots of them. No need to check for the queen. She's in the bottom. Put a little smoke on them. Just a little bit. I don't want to run them down. And here's what we're going to do. Split the excluder off. This is what I do now. This is how I do. Oh, I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to set it on my little stand here. I'm going to smoke these down off of here. I got my new glasses, but they need to be adjusted. Get a killer beetle while I'm here. And take the excluder off. Now, since these are some packed out bees, I'm gonna give them a second box. Second box, because they're gonna grow with this queen here. Now, depending on growth, I might leave the queen here, I don't know. But I think I might move her this year. Just swap it later. After this queen, this will be 2 weeks before my new queen is emerged and mated. So what I got is my Hive Life frame. I got some acorn and Hilco. Acorn I had, Hilco I bought, some Premier, and then in the middle I have four drawn frames. Give them something immediately. Probably fill it with nectar. Take that, move it over, and now because this stand is full, and I want to try and get this virgin queen to be able to reorient, I'm gonna put a double screen and make the split with a double screen. Here's my double screen. It's 2 screens, about 1 inch apart, well, 3/4. It's got a rim for an entrance here and a rim all the way around. This makes, I've split with these for years. They work wonderful. Actually, I've had these for years. I built them, I'm surprised they're lasting. Put this back on. Oh, it's heavy. Any field bees that are in here, they're gonna leave and go back to the front. And there we go. We're gonna put a lid on. I'll come back about an hour and we're gonna put a cell in here. There you go. Put the cell in an hour, that split's made. I'm gonna do the rest. That's really as simple as it gets. I got 4 over here and 1 over there. I got 3 in town I need to split, but it looks like what's gonna happen is the virgins will come out of the cells before I get a chance to do that because I'm just behind. My week is really busy with work and all. So what I'll do is I'll just release virgins. I have great success doing that. Cells and virgin queens have been they really worked well for me. I like them. I like doing it that way. And plus I got more cells right there with my cloak board running. There's about 6 or 7 cells that took in there that are good. So I'll also have some backup cells coming for nukes and such, but man, letting them virgins out, I'll put them in a cage, and then next day I'll go put them in a colony. Sometimes I'll direct release them, depending how aggressive the colony is. Sometimes I'll just put them in a cage and leave them for a day or two, usually just a day. And I'll go and release them, and I've had great success with cell introduction and virgin introduction. Great success. I like it. I'm sold on it. Let's get this done. And that way we can go in for the night. I'm a little under the weather. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but not feeling real good. I'm sweating profusely, and I shouldn't be. I sweat a lot, but it's cool. I'm just not feeling good right now. So I want to get this done, and then we'll close her out. But I'll show you what else I got to do. Now for this stand, I'm gonna do a little different. This stand is gonna get the bottom board backwards just for now, just until she's oriented. Because here's what I found with my success rate. I have found that when I have all these hives stacked the way I do and I point everybody forward, I have a worse success rate with mating flights than if I just flip one around backwards, let her mate, and then I'll flip it back. And they'll figure the entrance out once I flip it back. It really works good. So let's do this split next. All right, everything's ready to go. This one wasn't quite as powerful, but it was still strong enough to split, I can tell you. This one just goes right over here. We'll put our queen in a while. Get them a new lid. That one's done. Same configuration. Put this on. Done deal. It's just that easy, folks. It really is. I'm really feeling bad. Whew. I'm gonna go put this stuff away. I got one next door I'm gonna do real quick, and then we'll come back and put queens in. Here we are, folks, the first one. I'm wearing a nitro glove. I hate these things, but my bees are pretty ferocious right now. So I'm gonna wear a nitro glove. I normally do it barehanded, and most of the time the queenless colony is just nurse bees anyway, so they're not really mad or mean. They're not terrible, but they have been today. So yeah, I usually do it barehanded, but because they're doggone mean right now, I'll put a nitro glove on, see if that helps. Although it seemed all right. Because another thing is, I don't know that I've lost all the field bees. So here's some brood there. We won't put it in that one. Let's there's a nice brood frame now. Because I still think there's, another reason I think they're going to be a little ferocious, I still think we've got field bees in here, because it hasn't been long enough to really let them get home, because it was getting dark when we started this. So I'm going to use cell protectors. I don't usually use them, but I am. In this case, sometimes I use them. Depends on the situation. I'm going to use a cell protector. Stick that cell right there. I'm going to put it between brood. I don't want honey on it. Let's see if this frame's got enough brood. You can just drop them in between the frames too. But I put them down here because we still have some cool evenings. Yep, we'll slide this right on over. Just like so against it. And there you go. That's all I do. Now, if this thing had been off 2 or 3 hours, it was a nice sunny day, I knew all the field bees that went home, then probably wouldn't even use a cell protector. Nurse bees would be fine. And they're actually not bad now. But with that field force still in here, which well, it's not unfortunate, but I just like to have the field force gone. That's how I've done it. There we go. One down. They come out of the incubator and I put them in this foam so they stay warm. But I still got to move kind of quick. So let's just, this is what we'll do in real time. Not as many bees in this one. Probably lost a lot of field bees. That's fine, that's what we want. They'll come out of here all right. One thing about splits is the way I do it, especially verticals, if I ever have a problem, I just recombine them. I ain't afraid. The pollen frame there is a brood one right next to it, so I'm gonna put it on the brood. That way I know they're keeping it warm. There we go, a little bit of brood, and there's a lot of uncapped brood. They could possibly make emergency cells if they're not satisfied with these. I'll put this right here. Slide it down. In we go. Easy peasy, right? Is that what they say? Put this in here. Yeah, these bees are doing good. They're not bad. That's one thing about it. When you get all those field bees away from them. All right. Next. I always just stick in the brood. This is how I've done it for the last couple years, and it's worked. I've had failures, but I've had one year it was about a 90-95% take. Then last year I had some sales from another producer that actually didn't come out as good. Wasn't happy with those. And in mine, I had a real good take with my own, but I just didn't make that many. I'm not able to graft that well yet. I still can't get good takes. Like 50% is the best I'm doing right now. But hey, that's still queens I can use. Well, this box is loaded with bees. These things will need doubles before it's said and done once they get to bringing in nectar without that queen in there. Ooh, look at the bees in there. All right, that's an empty frame. That's one of the ones I made space with. I did a brood frame in here somewhere. I made sure everybody had some decent brood, especially these, because I knew they'd be going without a queen for a while. This has got brood and it's emerging or it's laid in, I don't know. Stick her there. There's brood on that one, I know. Let's see. Let's stick her right there. Put her in. That's it. One more to do, but I'll do that in a minute. All right, guys, well, look, I'm gonna wrap this up. I need to run next door, put one cell in. It's gonna take me a second. Same thing I'm doing. To me, that's one of the easiest ways to split. Get that excluder, put it in there the day before. That's when all your hard work does, and then it goes down the next day. Unless you're really feeling under the weather like me, it's a piece of cake. You barely even break a sweat, but whew, I don't feel good. But I've been feeling bad all day, and I need to go in and get some rest, get some fluids, and maybe even take a day off tomorrow so I can recuperate from whatever has got me. But yeah, I got more to split. We'll do other splits. I'm gonna do other splits, and you've seen me do a walk away. Of course, that was chaotic. You see me do my queen cells, and I got some more queen cells, so I'll do some more. You're gonna see me pull nukes and sell those off. So all in a day's work out here in Southeast Louisiana. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I sure appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.